Under 18 international tournament that is starting tomorrow. Let's go to Kwara very quickly. Dumno, we spoke about this, I think, a couple of days ago, and you've been keeping your eyes on it. The Kwara State government are going to be having the first Kwara State Sports Summit, because Kwara State used to be the mecca of some sorts for sports in Nigeria, producing world-class athletes and world-class footballers. And this time, Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed says, look, we have to get back to what we were doing, and they want to start with this summit.
Well, they are first, they will use this summit to launch the Kwara State Sports Endowment Fund.
Okay, to provide funding for outside of government.
Young talent, and of course, outside of government, it's going to be private sector driven with government assistance. On the other hand, way of assisting young talent in Kwara, not Kwara indigene, but those who are based in Kwara, but Kwara indigene will benefit most from this project. But the summit itself is going to bring sport administrators, ex-internationals from across the country to brainstorm on ways of fashioning a solid, what kind of word do I want to use, sport policies and blueprint for Kwara sport. And that's what it's promising to do. And
okay, let's listen to Governor. The Governor, I think he spoke.
Yes, he spoke.
Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed. Let's listen to him, and then we will come back with more on Sports Tonight.
It is our belief that this summit will not only harness the great sporting potentials available in the state, but also help in identifying models that could help in driving private sector participation, particularly in areas of infrastructure development and robust sponsorship. I'm convinced that this summit will trigger the regeneration of sports in our state as we begin to regain Kwara State's lost glory in the sector. Furthermore, as a youth-friendly administration, we are optimistic that this summit will come up with programs to promote greater youth participation in sports, which, as we all know, can inculcate the positive values of team spirit, diligence, fairness, and goal orientation in our young.
All right, so that's a good one for Kwara. We'll keep our eyes on that summit and hope that it will help to return Kwara to what Kwara used to be when they produced the likes of Olapa, the Adenekon, the Akeremi Sisters, Sunday Bada, and a whole lot of world-class footballers and sportsmen that went on to the Aladifa siblings, everybody. We hope we can return Kwara to those good old days. Where do we go next, Nondi? Let's come to your place. Let's go to Delta. We spoke about this yesterday. The football house in Delta called the Patrick Okpomo House was commissioned yesterday
by the DG of National Sports Commission, officials of the Nigerian Football Federation, President Hamini Megeri was part of it, ex-international,
Victor
football administrators, Victor Ekpeba, part of members of the Delta State Football Association.
And it was private sector driven. Look at the long list of those who funded it.
Yeah, who funded the project. And look at some of these memoirs you won't remember in football. You see Step Blatter, you see the governor of Delta State. Of course, look, I think this is the reception. If this is the reception, then people will be sleeping here. And
that's why I have to, and of course, the chairman of Delta FA,
and of course, president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Aminu Megeri,
the number one man in
the world, the most powerful
for the next 4 years.
I don't know. The most powerful footballer in the world, and of course, the governor of Delta State, Patrick Okpomo,
the man that this building is named after.
The sculpture of Patrick Okpomo, former Secretary General of the Nigerian
Football Federation. Exactly 10 years ago. And a month and 11 days that Okpomo passed on. So, of course, look at some of the pictures of Okpomo in actions when he was still active in Nigerian football. And some of those notable quotes attributed to Patrick Okpomo. And, of course, these are Edo State Commissioner for Sports,
yes,
coming around.
Some of the dignitaries who were part of it, the general manager, of course, the CEO of what was Davis Wumi, former Nigerian international. Of course, some of those pictures you used to remember Nigerian football.
Seb Blatter with Okpomo and I think Dominic Oneya and a few persons.
And of course, this is part of the Delta Football House, a private sector-driven project, Hall of Fame and library. It's a way of trying to human resource development, where you want to get documents, you want to get stories, you want to get some kind of facts about archives, and of course, so that in Nigeria they say we are good students of history.
Archival material that will help you do research.
In Nigeria they say we are good students of history, but we don't keep record. This is a way of trying to say yes, we have to keep record so that we have a verifiable fact rather than rely on might or meat. So I think it's a way of but I think
notable sportsman of Delta origin.
Wherever he is now, at least he's going to be smiling that something is being named after him 10 years after he passed on.
Interesting, and I think I like this one. Pictures of I think that's President Goodluck Jonathan.
Those are pictures you remember. You can't go there and remember some of those pictures.
And of course, there's a Department for Youth Development as well. All right, so that's a good one. Let's just listen to the DG National Sports Commission, Gbenga Legbeleye, and the widow of Patrick Opomo, Mary Opomo, and then we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
For this initiative, sincerely speaking, I'm seeing a state FA having this kind of football house out of the 36 states in Nigeria is first of its kind. I must thank Mr. Pinnick and board members. I know they have the quality to do what they are doing now.
I feel fulfilled that at least his work is not in vain. That prosperity, I've appreciated him. That his own state could do this for him. I feel happy. It's not left for the federation he worked all his life for to do something in remembrance of him. Because even to the deathbed, he was still working.
Wow, what a man. For those of us who were close to Patrick Opomo, towards the end of his life, he was an amazing football administrator. And I think it's fitting that Delta have done something that somehow has resurrected Patrick Opomo. It's time for us to go on a quick break now. And during the break, we're bringing you something very unique. Just a couple of days ago, the league management company launched a new initiative to celebrate some of the amazing goals in the Globe Premier League season, and they give an award of 100,000, half of which will go to charity. Fantastic initiative, Tolu.
Brilliant, brilliant. Of course, it's just a way to let the players know that, look, your works, though some of your clubs may not be paying you, but it's not going unnoticed. And the players will feel really encouraged by this. We've seen some really amazing goals this season. I cannot forget the screamer Itodo scored against Enyimba in the Abia derby at the start of the season, and some other beautiful goals we've seen this season. And even last season, there were some really great goals too. Unfortunately, something like this wasn't happening last season, but I think it's solace now, and those who missed out last season can work hard. We still have lots of games to be played this season, and they can benefit from it too in the future. All
right, interestingly, Dumnodi Okonta is a Rangers supporter. Rangers may not be in the top 4, they may not be doing too well in the league, but they are scoring very beautiful goals, because the 2 goals that have won the Wonder Goal award from the LMC this season have been goals by Rangers players. So sit back, enjoy this, and then we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
Ezekuze is so tricky, and you would expect that he would do something spectacular. He gets a second bite on the cherry. Uzeni now, and to the rescue is Chinedu Justice. And Meka is a great pass, and a great touch, and a great goal. Oh, what a goal from Chris Osas. That was absolute magic. That was magnificent. He did it with consummate ease. And what a sumptuous goal to put Rangers into the lead going into the halftime.
Classic play, not just by Osasa, who got the goal just before the halftime break, but look at the build-up. Very good pass. He simply went inside his man and swept that shot into the roof of the net. The first control was class, and the finish, wonderful to see.
Justice Chinedu, and a great shot, and a great goal, an unbelievable strike there from way out, about 35 yards, and what a way to announce we've come into the season. Is Emeka Eze, the youngster who really blasted that. It was a cannon of a shot, and absolutely nothing a fellow guy could do about it.
Did you observe something about those goals? Those goals were against the same club. No. So it was a day that Rangers were really in the right frame of mind, in good form, and they scored 2 beautiful goals against Kano Pillars, who, interestingly, are the league leaders.
His team against my team. Anyways.
You're a Pillar supporter. Yeah, Kano Pillar supporter.
True and true.
Is it because Pillars is on top?
Oh, come on. True and true.
I remember it was There was one day he was tweeting about sunshine.
Come on, it's job related.
Yeah, job related.
This is
anyway, we hope that by the time the league resumes next Wednesday, we will see more of goals like this. But Dumno, let's talk quickly about the National League. It's also resuming on Wednesday, but again,